I bring you very warm greetings. It's nice to speak to you again. First, I want to commend everyone who has supported us so far. Our legal advisors, our investigators, and the leadership of our various structures, and of course our teaming supporters all over the world. We encourage you to watch this video till the end. We have shocking revelations for you. Shocking revelations, I tell you. We told you we are not joking. First of all, let's give our attention to the content of the two communiques released by CHY. That is communique number 41, which was released on the 12th, and communique number 42, which was dated 17th of April 2021. There are three things that are worth mentioning in communique 41. Let's read them. Number one, CHY is not an investment company. It is an e-commerce company. That's what I can gather from there. We won't be dragged into this petty argument. Very petty argument, I tell you. Very, very petty argument. So we will sidestep this issue and proceed. The second thing that we can gather from that communique 41, let me read from one of the paragraphs in there. As per the membership agreement, terms and conditions, the company never guarantees to its customers that all customers' products will always be sold out, especially when it comes to uncontrollable circumstances like this during the COVID-19 pandemic challenges. If their products are not sold, they will be returned to the customers. I don't even want to talk about this. Most of us joined these companies since April and May of 2020, and we have not received one product since that time till today. And you are an e-commerce firm, no problem. Some of us have bought these products 4 to 5 times. We haven't received even one. And you think that we have no legal case against you? It's alright. You are an e-commerce firm. It's okay, no trouble. But we do order products from other e-commerce firms, and we get the products within days. Within days, we get them. From Amazon and from Jumia and from Kunga, we order things and we get them. Even during the pandemic, even now. It's okay, there's no problem. We will soon find out if you are an e-commerce company or not. Or if you are an e-commerce company, you are doing what you ought to do. Let's go to the paragraph that is of interest here. I'm going to read again from this paragraph. It says, due to the rise of cases in this pandemic, our e-commerce has become stagnant, hence withdrawals are slower. It is not helping withdrawals globally when customers are not out helping to selling them, but mainly rely to the company to sell. Hereby, the company wishes to encourage all its customers that the sales of the products depend on everyone's efforts to sell them to make a profit. Did you hear that? This is the height of corporate irresponsibility. Members were selling products by way of new registrations, even at the height of COVID-19 global lockdown. CHY was booming. All of a sudden, you came with a very stupid upgrade and advanced credit, wiping out everybody's points and denying them of earnings for 1 year or so. So who killed the business, I ask you? Even after the upgrade, some of us picked up registrations. This is because service centers promised us that they would continue to buy CHY Points. I registered 6 VIP 7 in January alone, not to mention other lower VIPs. Then all of a sudden, the so-called biggest service center in the world made a U-turn and wrote to us that they would no longer buy points, that we should withdraw via the back office. Was that not the blow that finished off the business completely? While that service center was busy quarreling and sharing the millions they had generated, the business was crumbling rapidly. And here we are today. We have all the data with us. Now you refuse to take responsibility for your role in the precipitous collapse of the company. Very, very sad indeed. And now you are invoking your terms and conditions and think these will save you. Of course, if the company was a responsible company, whoever brought this advanced credit nonsense should have been sacked long before now. Anyway, we don't have the time to analyze the second communique, where the company once again is blaming everyone else and refusing to take responsibility. Up till now, CHY has vehemently refused to accept responsibility for their policy somersault and their role in this very imbroglio. Very sad indeed, very, very sad. Well, we have activated the first of our series of actions against CHY, and we are not going back. And you know what? We are starting with our African brothers who collaborated with Chy in this mess. When we are done with you, we will then proceed to Malaysia. That's what we are doing. How can you leave us in the lurch after we plunged our scarce resources in CHY because of the trust we had in you? Now you've made hundreds of millions. You have made hundreds of millions from us, and you've begun other Ponzi schemes so that we soon collapse again. Because if CHY can suffer this terrible fate, what makes you think your newfound Ponzi scheme, your newfound love, will stand the test of time? I ask you. You had all the time in the world to salvage the mess you brought, but you did nothing. For 4 horrible months, you disregarded us all. You didn't even bring one communique. You took us for granted, and you are about to pay dearly for it. Our next step is to write a petition to your bishops who are in the headquarters of your religion. Maybe one of these days we will join your meetings and raise our hands to make contributions. We told you we are coming from all directions. Nevertheless, it is not too late for you to close ranks. I'm talking to the leadership, the top hierarchy of CHY. It's not too late to close ranks and do something very fast. You have started communicating via communiqués, and that is commendable. But what the people need now is payments. We all love this company, we must admit that. Someone even told me the other day that he wouldn't mind even if all the points he had accumulated are wiped off, and starting from now, if he makes withdrawals, payment comes within 3 days or less. That is how far people are willing to make sacrifices for the resurrection of this company. Once payment resumes, and it is fast, once service centers begin to pay as they used to do, registrations will start. That is for sure. Confidence will be rekindled in the process, and I have no doubt in my mind that the business will boom once again. The anthem will be that CHY has sorted out their issues, and they have bounced back. And before you know it, everything is back to normalcy once again. And the time that you have to act is now. The window is still open. For you CHY leaders, the window is still open. Whether you take advantage of it or not is entirely up to you. We did say in our last video that we are making public the list of directors of this very company, but our legal teams have discouraged us from doing so, and we respect the position they have advanced. But in Nigeria, we must tell you, there are 2 directors. 2 directors. Details regarding that of other countries are coming in as we speak. What on earth were you thinking when you were registering 4 different companies under the same name? Logistics, advisory, commodity, and what have you? Very shocking. Very, very shocking. We don't want to talk about the franchising and the power tussle that... Anyway, let's leave that for another day. The window is still open for all of you top leaders to meet and make the needed sacrifices and use the P2P option to revive this business before it is too late. To all those who have shared our videos, we say thank you very much. You are not just sharing those videos in vain. If you know the successes that have resulted from sharing these videos, you will marvel. We understand and acknowledge the few CHY top leaders that have made some moves, so far toward cleaning up this mess. Our hand is forced to be on this coalition course because we cannot sit and do nothing while we watch countless people crying on account of what CHY has done. We thank our supporters once again. As you may have figured, we have spent a fortune so far in this struggle. Some of you have indicated interest in supporting us financially. Well, if you wish to do so, please click on the Facebook link on this channel and drop a message for us. We will contact you as soon as we can. Some of you have also suggested we create a Telegram and WhatsApp group to assemble members. Thank you for all your suggestions. We do the needful when it is time. Trust us, for now, we will remain the way we are, but once it is time, we will give you the needed information. For now, we say good morning, good afternoon, and good night, depending on where you are on the face of this very planet Earth. See you in our next video.